5 things every real estate agent needs every day to run their business. And these are things maybe you don't think about when you're first starting out or newer to the game. I want you to like and subscribe below. Maybe make a comment so we can keep these videos going. The first thing that you need as a real estate agent is the obvious computer. Now you might say, Liz, could I use my phone? Could I use my tablet? Maybe. But there's going to come a time where you're going to want to write something, so at least a keyboard that hooks up to a tablet might be handy. This is what you're going to use this for. Scheduling showings, writing up contracts, writing up emails, following up with customers, using your CRM, using the internet. So without that special computer / tablet / phone, you're dead in the water. I like to refer to my phone as my magic phone because it's where all the money is made. If I can't communicate, I'm dead in the water. We don't want that for you. So make sure you have a reliable computer, or tablet or phone. I would definitely suggest having a phone and something else. So a phone and a tablet, or a phone and a computer. You're going to need the second thing, which is reliable internet. I only say that because, well, some people live in places where their internet is less than reliable. How is that even possible? We live in 2021 and the internet's not a thing everywhere? Well, it's a thing, but do you have access to it? So I want to make sure that every day you have access to high-speed internet because you're going to be on Zoom calls, you're going to be on accountability calls, you're going to be on Zoom more than you ever thought you're going to be, and you're going to be scheduling things, you're going to be following up, you're going to be using that computer all the time. So the second thing, reliable internet. Now, maybe the most important thing is access to the tools that make you a successful agent. When you're first starting out, the access includes access to the National Association of Realtors, then your local Association of Realtors. For instance, in Richmond, Virginia, it's called RAR, Richmond Association of Realtors. Yeah, it's a real thing. They have a little office in Richmond, and you can go in and talk to them if you'd like. They hold a lot of classes there, a lot of training. You can buy lock boxes there. You can buy all kinds of stuff that you're going to need to be a real estate agent, as far as signs and directionals and just stuff you might need. So you're going to need access. That's the National Association of Realtors, and then there's the local. Then you're going to need access to the MLS wherever you live. Some people have more than one access, meaning, for instance, when I lived in Portland, the MLS covered Portland and Vancouver, Washington, and a little bit north of that. So it covered 2 states. So you got to decide whether you were licensed in both states and if you wanted to be part of that MLS. Now, in Virginia, where I live currently, the MLS that I'm in is also butting up against 1, 2, maybe even 3 MLSs that I could be a part of. I'm just currently a part of 1, but I'm considering being part of 2 to expand the area which I'd be having access to sell. You want as much access as you think you would need. It also gives you access to the forms that you're going to need to write contracts and addendums. So that is something to consider as well. When you're looking at houses outside your MLS, they may use a different contract, they may use different forms, and the people that you're going to submit offers for, those listing agents aren't used to looking at your forms if they're not in your MLS. So it just causes a little bit of confusion. I want you to use the forms that are in the MLS that the house is listed in. It's important because you don't want to trip up another agent or make another agent have to do extra work. So it's a real benefit to be a part of as many MLSs that you actually are going to be a part of. So first you had reliable internet, then you had your computer, phone, tablet, then you have access to the game. Something I get asked a lot is this one. Does your car matter? Like, does it matter what you're driving? Sort of, in that people are going to see you in that car a lot. Does it have to be brand new? No, I don't think so. Does it have to be reliable? Yes, because your main job is getting in your car and going places. To a listing, to a showing, to the office if you have one, meeting people. You're going to need reliable transportation. If you live in the city and don't have a car, good on you. But most of us don't. So you're going to need reliable transportation. Again, it doesn't have to be brand new. And I recommend something that has enough space to be able to hold things in the back of your car, like signs or, extra shoes or lock boxes or what. My trunk, you would laugh at my trunk, all the stuff that's in there currently that helps me sell real estate. Because for instance, today when I go show houses, I might need closed-toed shoes because I'm going to show a new construction, where right now I have a pair of, sandals or something on. So I keep those, of course, in my trunk. Or say I'm doing an open house later and I have 6 open house signs. Are they going to fit in a little tiny car? Probably not. That's why your car matters. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about today is business accounts. Meaning, do you have a business checking and savings account? Do you have an LLC set up? And do you have a business credit card? Why do these things matter? It keeps your business straight and it keeps it away from your personal life. So I have a separate account for my business. I have a separate LLC set up for my business that helps me with taxes. If you have questions on that, definitely talk to your accountant. You're going to want to have an accountant if you're not in a tax whiz, because there's tons of write-offs that you can have. That's a whole nother video. And you want to be able to keep things separate. I recommend tracking your mileage. So maybe a mileage app that kind of follows you around, that keeps track of where you've been driving, and or just a notebook where you keep track of your miles every day. Either way, you're a 1099 employee, and so you're going to have to account for the expenses that you have over the year. So having one of those mileage apps is helpful, and or writing them down every day. What's also helpful is keeping your money separate. So when I get commissions, they go into one account, and then I split them up based on paying taxes on them, because I'm not pre-taxed as a 1099 employee. No one's taking out my taxes. So I have to do that for myself. So there's that account. Then I have, of course, my expenses. Then I have my fund money, and then I have my donation money and my education money. So I have lots of bank accounts that I keep things separate. Again, another video at another time. Like and subscribe for that. That is to change my whole business. Back to simplifying it down. Set up your LLC. Then set up your bank accounts for your business. Then have a business credit card where you only use that credit card for your business. I have a specific one, and I write up pretty much everything on there I can write off. And so that just makes it easy for me to do later when it comes to be tax time. Definitely get an accountant to help you with those things if you have some questions. But you need to have those separate business accounts. So the tools, again, that we talked about: reliable internet, computer, phone, tablet, a car, access, and the last thing, your business accounts. If you have questions, let me know. If I've forgotten something, put it down there in the comments. Something that's helped you as a newer agent or an experienced agent that has changed your life and made it easier to keep track of things and keeping your business straight. Like and subscribe for more.